Cupra is still a very young brand. We only launched the brand 3 years ago. We are here today showing our interpretation of urban mobility in the future with the Cupra Urban Rebel. I think a real game changer for the next generation of young customers. We're also presenting the Cupra Born, our first fully electric car that we launched this year. We need to wait a little bit for this car. This car's coming in 2025. But I think Cupra is already making a very big impact with young customers.
How is it? Because you're probably producing for the mass market, so now with the semiconductor shortage, so is that biting you worse than like the big luxury players?
It is challenging, I mean, for all brands at the moment, but we're doing our best. We're being as flexible as we can. We are prioritizing our Cupra models and our electric cars with the semiconductors we have to try and make sure that the delivery times there remain acceptable.
We're talking a lot also about the young generation, and it's not only the transformation of the industry, but also the young generation might not be so much willing to actually own a car. Is that also your interpretation of the situation?
Yeah, I think that there are young people that just want mobility as a solution to get them from A to B, and our company offers solutions for that. We have Seat is a company with two brands, Seat and Cupra. Cupra for the very emotional cars, for the car lovers, for the ones who want to drive cars, but we also offer with Seat more. And we're showing that here, electro scooters, kick scooters that are here on the blue lane. So I think we offer both solutions.
That's a new thing as well with the Volkswagen Group to more or less move into like what they generally call mobility. Will that part be more important in the future and also in terms of revenue generation?
I think in terms of business model as well, with the launch of the Cupra Born, we'll be launching the car in an agency system, and that will allow us as well to offer the cars in subscription. So by paying per month and paying for use, and I think that's what the customers are asking for.
You have been very vocal to that the Spanish car industry needs funds from the EU in order to survive. So where do we stand in terms of tapping those rescue funds?
I mean, Spain is, after Germany, the second biggest car manufacturer in Europe. We are the biggest car manufacturer in Spain, I say it. So obviously we're interested in transforming our factory as quickly as we can, and we need help to do that. We're very advanced with the discussions with the government. The government is supporting us with a PERTE, a project of national strategic interest, that I think there's not only a strategic project for Seat, for the Volkswagen Group, but for all of Spain. And that involves not just transforming our cars to electric cars, our plan to build electric cars, but also as well building a battery factory as well.
When it comes to the batteries, how do you see the situation surrounding like the battery parts and the supply of these? Because clearly, currently it seems that everything is scarce in a way, right?
That's true, but I mean Spain has some advantages. There are lithium, lithium in the country, and so the possibility of mining lithium in the country and gaining raw material from Spain, so I think that gives an advantage. And the other thing is not just the raw materials, I think the energy as well, particularly with electric cars. You need to build and charge electric cars with renewable energy at the end of the day, otherwise the whole equation doesn't make sense.
And you see Spain very well positioned to grow in that sphere? I
think so. We have some very big companies that are involved in our strategic project as well. Energy companies, there's a lot of renewable energy in Spain, obviously with the sun and photovoltaic, and also with wind energy. So I think Spain is a really leader in that area.
Let's look at the European level and that European Green Deal. Do you think the car industry can actually shoulder that huge transformation in time, or what do you need from the regulator?
Yeah, I mean, the pressure's on now. We want to bring this car by 2025. This is a small urban car that will allow and democratize electromobility, will be available for a lot more people. So by 2025 onwards, we'll be seeing a lot more electric cars on the street. And our target with Cupra is to be a fully electric brand by 2030.
There's a lot of concern about the pricing of these cars, because clearly they will be not as cheap, or they will be more expensive than the traditional ones. When do you see prices coming down again?
I mean, we're launching the Cupra Born now here in Germany at 37,000 euros, but with the support of the government, that gets you down to a leasing price of a Seat Leon, of a normal car in that segment. So the electric cars are on a monthly base as economical as combustion cars already with the incentive schemes. Those are different in different European markets. And where that's stronger, then the market is stronger. So I think there will be a link between both.
But these incentive schemes, they will not last forever. So what is the plan for afterwards?
No, I think there will be a digression of costs. It's like any new technology. At the beginning, we've seen electromobility starting with the premium manufacturers, starting top down, but becoming closer and closer to the mass segments now. And this will be a big game changer in helping them.
Let's look into the crystal ball 2022. So where do we stand in terms of like getting over all these bottlenecks, demand? How do you see that?
I think 2022 is going to be a busy year for us, launching our first fully electric car, the Cupra Born. Getting ready for this car. 2025 is just after tomorrow. We have a huge factory to transform. We want to build 500,000 electric cars in our plant in Martorell in the future. So we've got a lot of work getting ready for that big change.